What's going on? This is your home workout strength 3. I got that right. Excellent. The format will be a little bit different. We're going to focus on 5 movements for the first section, and then the second section will be a high intensity circuits. We're only going to do one movement, and it's going to be 25 seconds of hard work and then 25 seconds of rest. That whole finisher is going to take 5 minutes. All right, let me get into each one of the strength options for bodyweight, band, and kettlebell. The first movement is going to be a squat hold into a jump. So what we're going to do is we're going to have the hands behind your head. You're going to squat down, full range of motion. You're going to hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jump, sink straight back down, hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jump, sink straight back down, 5, 4. You get the idea. So that one, you're definitely going to feel a pretty good thigh burn. The next one is going to be a combo push-up press. This is what that's going to look like. It's going to be a push-up into a single arm downward dog. All right? So what you're going to do is you're actually going to do a little toe touch. Get down in that push-up position. And then from here, obviously do that push-up. If you need to do the knee variation, you can absolutely do that. But you're going to go down, and as you're pushing up, you're going to switch and you're going to reach right hand to left foot. Come back over, down, push up, left hand to right foot. The main thing is not so much the hand that's reaching for the foot, but the hand that is supporting. So as you are coming up and reaching, you're trying to reach as far with that hand as possible. So down, and this down hand, push yourself back. Come down, up, push yourself back. All right? That one's going to get the shoulders. The next one, you're going to get down on the ground. Again, this is going to be a supine hip twist. There's a couple different ways you can do this one. And it's all about leverage. You're going to come down onto the ground. Arms are going to be planted on the ground at your sides. Legs are going to be up. And you are going to twist as far to the side as you can and reach up and over. Reach up and over. Reach up and over. The key with that one is that you are grabbing the ground, you are keeping your shoulder blades back, arms firmly planted as you go back and forth. Essentially, since we're doing both sides on that twist, you will double the reps. So 16 to 24 reps on that one will be fine. The hinge movement is going to be a sumo stance. We're going to go with a fairly wide stance. The toes are going to be turned out slightly. And with this one, that hip hinge, you're going to reach up nice and tall. Slight bend in the knees. You are going to drive those knees out, and you are going to tilt as far forward as you can while maintaining a flat back. So down, so drive the knees out, slight bend in the knees, down, and then squeeze your butt as you come back up. Reach those knees out, reach the hips back, stand up nice and tall. That is your sumo hip hinge. The last movement, you're going to get back down on the ground. This is your upper back movement. These are called prone halos or angels, depending on whatever you want to call it. So this one, actually, let me demo this way. This one, you're going to get in kind of a Superman position. What we're going to do, actually, this one's also called Iron Man to Superman. Depends on if you're more religious or more into comic books. So you're going to pull the shoulder blades up off the ground, elevate that chest, reach your fingertips back towards your heels, reach up and out, and then reach back. So the key with this one is the shoulders aren't going to stay low. You're pulling the shoulder blades back, Keep them locked and you're reaching up and out. All right? To make that one more effective, just go a little bit slower on that reach. That is your body weight option for strength 3. The first movement, you're going to do a double loop. Get that band around the knees. This is going to be a squat hold to jump. I want you to get the hands behind the head. You're going to squat all the way down, driving those knees out so you can feel the hips there. You're going to hold that position for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jump up, sink straight back down. Hold at the bottom for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then jump. All right? 5-second hold. So when you land, be sure that you're not landing upright and then going down. You want to go right back down into that squat. Also, since the hands are behind the head, don't let the chest cave in and the elbows fall. We don't want to be in that tucked position at the bottom. Open the chest up. Next one. This will be the same movement that we had in the last strength. But what I want you to do is, if that resistance wasn't too bad, with the overhead press we're going to do, if the resistance isn't too bad, you can, see if I can see that, you can twist this band a couple times. Be sure you count how many times you twist, and then that'll actually dial up the resistance even more. So if you're doing band presses before and you want a little extra challenge, just do a couple more twists in that band and that'll increase the resistance. This next one, you're going to be down on the ground. This is a supine hip twist. Lie down on the ground. Your arms are going to be straight out to the sides, planted firmly on the ground, keeping the shoulders down. You're going to reach those feet up towards the ceiling, and you're going to bring your legs to the side and pull up. Be sure you're pushing down hard into the ground with those hands and basically the whole back side of your arms all the way up to the shoulders. Because with that one, if you're not firmly planted with the arms, you can start to wiggle across the room. So keep it nice and steady. The reps will be in the 8 to 12 rep range for all these movements. With this one, I want you to double it. So you go 16 to 24. The next movement will be a band sumo deadlift. Now you're up on your feet. You're going to get a nice wide stance. The band is going to be looped around the feet, and you'll actually find that the band kind of gets your feet set in the right position. Toes are turned out slightly. You're going to get a slight bend in the knees. Most of the movement is going to be, let me show you here, most of the movement is going to be down with the hips, and then grab either one or two ends of that band. We'll actually go with an overhand grip. Pull the shoulder blades back, get set, and then you're going to stand up nice and tall. Drive the knees out, push the hips back. So the more aggressively you drive the hips out and the more you drive the hips back, feel it right in the glutes. If you want a little bit more resistance, you can always move your hands out a little bit further towards your feet. That'll increase the resistance there on the band. That is your band sumo deadlift. Last one, we're going to do a single arm. Sorry, we're back on the feet. We're going to do a single arm bent over row, but this time you're going to be facing forward. You're going to be back down in that position, grab that band, and you're going to pull it straight up from there. All right? So you're trying to pull that elbow towards your side. If that's a little bit too hard, you can always just do one end of the band. And if you want a little bit more resistance, just move your hand towards your foot. All right. That is the band option for strength 3. The first movement we're going to do is a squat hold to a jump. You'll grab your kettlebell, preferably a lighter one. You're going to get down to the bottom of the squat. Hold that position for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jump, sink straight back down to the bottom. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jump. All right, like that. Be sure that you're not letting the chest cave in at the bottom, and you are sinking right down into that squat the second your feet touch the ground. That is your squat hold plus jump. Next one, you're going to do a half kneeling overhead press. You can get a pillow or something to pad your knee. We're going to do a single arm press. Whatever side you're going to press on, that's the knee that is down. All right, the down knee, same side you're pressing. So with this one, you want to squeeze the hips forward, get nice and tight, and we'll press there. You'll find with this one that you actually get a pretty good, you can get a pretty good hip flexor stretch, so you're not pushing the butt back. Squeeze your butt forward. You don't want to go too far to where your hips are past your knee. You want your knee right over, your hips right over your knee, enough to where your butt's nice and tight. All right? Half kneeling kettlebell press. The next one, you're going to be down on the ground on your back. These are supine hip twists. You're going to create a T with your arms. You're going to reach, splay those fingers, have the whole back side of your arms, shoulders, back of the arms, hands squeezed into the ground. Reach those feet up. You're going to bring your feet to the side. Reach up and over. Reach up and over. Up and over. The more firmly rooted your arms are into the ground, the less you'll find yourself wiggling forward. Since those are both sides, the rep range for all these movements will be 8 to 12 reps. For that one, we're going to keep it 16 to 24, so just double the rep count. Next one is going to be a sumo deadlift. We want to get a fairly wide stance on this one. Toes pointed out slightly. Drive those knees out, little bend in the knees. Grab that bell, keep it nice and close, and squeeze it. Drive the knees out. So notice how when I'm sitting back, my shins aren't angled forward. I'm opening my knees up to where my shins stay vertical, even though I have a wide stance. So notice how I'm kind of creating a rectangular shape there with my knees, ankles. All right, that is your sumo deadlift. Last one, we'll do a staggered stance, row. You can brace your hand on that front knee, and let's just yank that up off the ground. Try to pull that elbow as high as possible. That is the kettlebell option for strength 3.